What's going on, guys? 24/7 Tech here, and Fitbit just announced the Fitbit Sense, a smartwatch that's supposed to be taking over the Apple Watch Series 5 and the Galaxy Watch 3 as a flagship smartwatch. Fitbit's really stressing the health features on this new Sense smartwatch that they just introduced, and it's clearly evident since they've made some massive leaps in the health department in their new smartwatch. Join me in this video to find out the new features that are on the Fitbit Sense and my own thoughts about the Fitbit Sense and what I think about the smartwatch itself. Stay tuned for an awesome video, and for more awesome videos like this one, you can subscribe down below. Every subscriber makes a huge difference. But for now, let's get on with the video. Let's talk about the design of the new Fitbit Sense. It's pretty reminiscent of the Fitbit Versa 3 that also just got introduced. The previous generations of Fitbit Versa used to be a little more squared off, but now they're a little more rounded. And the Fitbit Sense is a little more rounded. It's kind of like a squircle type of thing. It's not a square, it's not a circle. I think it's a really good blend between both of them. You know, the Apple Watch is a little more square oriented, and the Galaxy Watch is more circle. Circle is more traditional, you know, watch type of feel, but square is more smartwatch. And I liked how the Fitbit Sense is looking, and the square display also allows for much more screen real estate than a circle display. And now this, you know, the corners of the square display are also rounded out, so it looks more, you know, aesthetically pleasing in my opinion, and it kind of matches how the Apple Watch has been looking for quite a while now. As I said though, the square design that they just picked out is much better for actual screen usage because there's a larger space that you can interact with your finger on the screen, and it's a great design choice by Fitbit. Fitbit's design choices are usually influenced by Apple, and this new rounded corners are also an Apple move that they made in 2018 with the Series 4, and now Fitbit's bringing it on to the Fitbit Sense. So Fitbit actually introduced stress monitoring with their new EDA sensor that they have in the Fitbit Sense, and in my opinion that's the coolest feature to come out in this new smartwatch. Using the EDA sensor that the Fitbit has, you can track, the Fitbit can track how much stress you're having throughout the day, and it gives you a score depending on what your skin is kind of responding to the smartwatch. You can do this by putting your palm on the finger of the Fitbit Sense, and then it will read your skin to find some electrical charges to get the stress amount. And a higher score, if you get a higher score, that means your body is responding to stress pretty well. But if you get a lower score, you probably need to chill out and take it easy and kind of calm it down. So it's a good indicator of your stress and just to keep track of what's going on normally. And the Fitbit will also give you patterns on your stress level. So after a few days, weeks, whatever that you're using, the Fitbit will start to detect patterns in when your stress is higher, when your stress is lower, and it will tell you that in the Fitbit app, which is a great feature to have, and I think it's pretty useful for a lot of people. As I said previously in this video, guys, please subscribe down below. Every subscriber makes a huge difference. But you should also go check out my Twitter and Instagram. I create behind the scenes content on there, I post live tech updates, and it's worth a follow. You can also go read my articles at the link medium.com/ad247tech. I write articles on Medium, and they're related on the latest technology topics just like this one. ECG is now on the Fitbit Sense, and it's been on the Apple Watch since 2018 with the Apple Watch Series 4, and it just recently got announced with the Galaxy Watch 3 as well. And ECG is a really cool feature in which it can check the health of your heart, and it can detect atrial fibrillation as well. It stands for electrocardiogram, and it's a medical tool that people use if you go to the hospital to check, how your heart's doing and everything. It's not a professional tool, of course, but it's always good to have just a sign, and if something pops up, you can go check out on, you can go to your doctor, check it out if something's actually wrong, or else, you're good. Even though this isn't, a medical thing, it's actually saved quite a few lives in the previous years since the Apple Watch has had it for a few years now. Some people have detected it on their Apple Watch. They showed it up with their doctor. Their doctor did actual ECG test, and it came out to be true. So the Apple Watch, Galaxy Watches, and Fitbit Senses of the world are actually saving lives, which is a great feature to have. So the voice assistants on this Fitbit Sense are Google Assistant or Alexa. You can pick which one you want to use. Google Assistant has been just introduced with the Fitbit Sense, and for 2020 Fitbit smartwatches, Alexa's been here for a while now. It was there on last year's Fitbit Versa 2 as well. I like Alexa to control smart home things, but Google Assistant's also much, more friendly to talk to and have a conversation with, and it understands more commands as well, but both are really good. A few new other features that you can get with the Fitbit Sense as well. The first one is a 6+ day battery life, which is insane for this powerful and this kind of tool heavy of a smartwatch. Since it has so much health features, you'd think it'd sync up the battery, but it still has over 6 days of battery life, which is the best on any flagship smartwatch I've ever seen. I've been saying this year in and year out with the Fitbit Versa lineup as well. Fitbits have the best battery life, so they can actually make use of all that sleep tracking that you get in there, all the health features, because the battery is amazing. You can also get an always-on display on this. I personally do not like it because, I mean, it kind of drains the battery life even if it's a little bit. It's easy for me to just kind of swipe up, check the display, keep moving on. And there are also new band attaching kind of mechanism. So the old Fitbits kind of were weird on the how to attach bands. It was kind of a clunky mechanism. They kind of made it easier for the new Fitbit Sense and even for the new Fitbit Versa 3. Let's talk about the app support on the new Fitbit Sense. So there are a few more apps supported than there were on the Fitbit Versa 2 that we saw last year. There's now Uber, I think United Airlines. So those are some key apps that some people use that you can use on your Fitbit Sense if you do buy it. However, it's not to the polishness of the Apple Watch's app support. There are so many apps, and like I downloaded an app on my iPhone and I was pretty surprised to realize that they also made an app on the Apple Watch, and it's so seamlessly integrated. And I think that's one of my favorite features about the Apple Watch is all of those apps, and I can get notifications from those apps on my Apple Watch, click in them, and instantly check them out as well. I think it's a great feature to have that the Fitbit Sense should probably get in the upcoming years. And since this is marketed as a smartwatch at $330, it makes it time for Fitbit to bring more apps to be compatible with this, Fitbit Sense. Let's talk about the price and the release date of this new Fitbit Sense. You can pre-order it today, but it will only start shipping on September the 25th. So it'll probably come to you at around sometime in early October if you do buy it sometime soon. And it's quite a while. I think they kind of let, Fitbit always does it. They let a few weeks for people to pre-order it, but I probably recommend you to wait until tech reviewers like me unbox it, review it, kind of take a look at it before buying it so that you know that you're buying into a good product. It will cost you $330, as I did say, which is actually a bit cheaper than the Series 5 and the Galaxy Watch 3, which come at $400. And I really personally like one touch to this smartwatch, and it's that stainless steel finish which comes on both the black and the gold colors. It looks amazing in my opinion, and I'm a huge fan of stainless steel smartwatches because it brings kind of that traditional watch look to it. So here are my thoughts on the new Fitbit Sense. The one thing that stuck out to me were all of the new health features on the smartwatch. It looks like Fitbit has made a big leap over the previous years in their Fitbits to this new one. You've got stress monitoring, you've got ECG support, there's a lot of different features that the Fitbit Sense has, and this smartwatch is clearly dedicated to health, fitness, that type of stuff. I wouldn't really call it a smartwatch in that factor. It's more like a fitness tracker, a premium fitness tracker. It is $330. So if you're looking for something more like a smartwatch that could kind of replace your phone for a few different tasks, this isn't it. This is more of a companion tool to your phone. Those are probably more of the Series 5 and the Galaxy Watch 3. Those are my first impressions about it, but if Fitbit could add more app support and add a few more smartwatch features, I think it could be a worthy competitor to the Series 5 and the Watch 3. And especially because since it has a leg up on those in the health features category, it could easily become the #1 smartwatch in a few years just with a few minor updates that Fitbit could make. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe down below. Every subscriber makes a huge difference. I need all the help that I can get from you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.